So this story was requested by my fans to cover, and I have no problem covering it for my fans. But be aware that generally speaking, I don't cover stories like this unless they have a lot to do with video games, or something at least. So this one is on the edge at best. 2 preteen girls were charged as adults in the stabbing of a 12-year-old 19 times in a planned murder plot. So, firstly, let me give you a bit of information here. This story surrounds the fact that these girls went to a horror website and had believed that a fictional character known as Slenderman would come to life, and after they had stabbed this person, murdered in cold blood, that Slenderman would take them to his mansion. This is literally what they testified about. They said that they found it on a horror website. This isn't based on the Slenderman game or anything like that, so that's why I say it's on the line for me to cover. But a lot of people wanted me to cover this and talk about it, so let me go ahead and get into it. The 2 12-year-old girls convinced their friend to have a sleepover, and basically what they were going to do, if I remember correctly, I'm just coming off my memory, I read this earlier. They said that they were going to cover her up with the sleeping bag and stab her in the neck there and let her bleed to death. And then, again, Slenderman would come and take him. But then they chickened out, Then they went to the bathroom of a park the next day with her, and they planned to kill her in the bathroom so that they didn't have to worry about the blood leaking out and all over the floor. But then they chickened out because they didn't want to do it. They were too afraid to do it. So eventually they decided to take a walk in the woods, and they tackled her. One of them tackled her, sat on her, and then the other one stabbed her, and then the other one traded the blade off and stabbed her again, more and more, and then they just left her. Unfortunately, they didn't kill her. They missed her heart and a very important vein by about 1 millimeter, I think was said. It might be something closer, but it was very close. And she gained consciousness, crawled to the road, and passed out. And a biker found her and brought her in, and she was in critical condition the last time I heard. So, what is there to say? Slenderman is a urban legend. It has become more noticeable than anything else, but it's a little bit sad to see stuff like this happening. It's not just a little bit sad, it's extremely sad. 2 preteen girls, the parents of these children, now I think they said that the sentence was going to be 60 years in prison. That means they'll get out when they're 72 years old. There's nothing. They have no lives anymore. They have nothing. Nothing. They have nothing. And that's fine. But the fact that they held the girl down and stabbed her 19 times, that's really, really sad, man. That's really, really sad. And what was said by the court commissioner, that he said he recognizes the ages, and they're young ages, but it's still unbelievable. And yes, it is. I mean, why? You really gotta look at these things. These 2 twisted individuals, they didn't want to murder each other. No. They didn't want to murder a bad person. They wanted to murder an innocent child. So instead of turning it into, well, we're going to kill some bad people and this or that, they want to go after innocents. And maybe that's from the website. I honestly don't know. But again, it's just an urban legend. It's not real. And the fact that you're willing to give up, 60 years of your life because of this, it shows the psychological state of the person. They knew what they were doing was wrong. Otherwise, they wouldn't have tried to hide it, So, why would you do something like this? Why would you want to go to Slenderman's mansion, quote unquote? At what psychological state do you have to be in where you think it's going to be alright and you're going to magically get teleported to a different place after murdering someone? I mean, does this stuff happen every day? And if it does, where have I been? Where have I been where people just get teleported to mythical realms? Maybe I'm wrong here, but, yeah, they're going to jail. They're going to jail, and they deserve it. So this young 12-year-old girl has to live with these stab wounds, these injuries, the rest of her freaking life, man. It's I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to take in because things like this have been happening more and more where two girls lure another girl in to murder her. I mean, and back when I was a child, if you had a problem with someone, you settled it with a fight. You didn't whip out a knife and murder them. And that's the thing. With every bit of revenge that a person could want. My lord, why? Why 12-year-old girls stabbing a friend to death? Why does stuff like this keep happening? Where are the parents? What were the parents doing? What were they thinking? Did they even know? And if they didn't know, God, I hope something. I don't know. I would not want to be known as the parent of the daughter that decided to murder an innocent child. It would be very difficult as the parent, you know, and it speaks volumes for our society today. So please leave your comments in the section below. I don't know what you want to say. What do you think should be done to these two 12-year-old women? Girls, preteens, let me know. And I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. I don't have much more to say about this. It's very sad, and it makes you very, very ill. So, I'll see you guys later. And now comes the all-important decision of supporting the Maverick Army. Join the Maverick Rebellion today. Subscribe and become a Maverick. We are a tight-knit community who desire to change the gaming stereotype into something better. Together, we will revolutionize the world of gaming and the way gaming is viewed on YouTube and across all platforms. Mavericks unite. Subscribe today and become a Maverick with us. I'm Protomario, and I approve this message.